Hey, what's up guys? How's everyone doing? Here we go with another video where we're going to attempt to look into the future, which is super easy to do when it comes to football, unless you're like me and haven't won a single ACCA this season. So that will tell you all you need to know about the legitimacy of the videos that I make. Not one bet won is insane, by the way. That's actually more impressive than winning a couple, if you ask me. But anyway, let's get on into the video. I was having a look at the previous League One winners, trying to spot a pattern, things they had about them. Because, over the past few seasons, no one that's come up has really splashed the cash. The last major one was Wolves in 2013-14 season, I believe it was, maybe 12-13. But I was having a look back, and I was actually quite surprised to see the discrepancy in points needed to come up. It fluctuates quite heavily. The one that really caught my attention is 2019-2020. Bear in mind there was one less team in the league that season, but Coventry somehow managed to come up with 67 points. 67 points, 18 wins, 13 draws, 3 losses. If you give me a season like that, I'd back Blues quite heavily to do that. And before I really start to jump into this, a lot of the things that I'm saying does hinge on the fact that Tony Mowbray is our manager. I do seem to bring this up a lot, but obviously it's an important thing, and the club has stated in so many words that he's still our manager and he will return in the pre-season. But probably like a lot of you at home, I wouldn't mind hearing a few words from the horse's mouth. And I know his family deserves the recovery time. And he is allowed that. So I am speaking quite selfishly here. I would like to hear a few words from the horse's mouth. Just what he thinks. Not even a whole press conference. Just a few words, maybe a statement, a letter. I don't know. I have no right to demand that. Maybe I do, but I'm just being selfish. Let's assume Tony Mowbray is our manager going into the new season, which I wouldn't want another manager. I am perfectly happy on Tony Mowbray Street. I'm good there. I believe he has the power to keep players. I believe he has the power to attract players. I believe he has the power to directly affect the club's philosophy and culture going forward, our style of play, tempo, togetherness, confidence. I believe he pulls the strings and all of that. So, I would back Tony Mowbray to go out and get 18 wins in League One. Take that with a grain of salt. Because in the 2022-2023 season, so the season just gone, not the one just gone, but the one before that, Plymouth come up with 101 points. That's 31 wins, 8 draws, 7 losses. That's insane. Just so you know, closely followed by Ipswich and Sheffield, who had 98 and 96 points. Sorry, I got some notes here. You can't expect me to remember all these numbers. But that does tell you how much the league fluctuates up and down. You don't know what kind of season you're going to get. Last season we were unlucky to go down in terms of how many points you actually needed to stay up. Usually 50 is the goal, and we got that. But that's what I mean. You need to play it safe in the Championship. So going out there and asking this Blues team to win 30 games is a massive ask. Can we do it under Tony Mowbray? Yes. It depends a lot on the transfers. I felt like one of the biggest problems we had last season was we got caught in a transitional period. A lot of stuff happened off the field with managers, I get that. But when you've got players like Miyoshi, Stansfield playing hoof-it-long football, you've been caught in the middle of a transitional period. You can't have tiki-taka players. Not that they're necessarily tiki-taka, but a small in frame, a bit more agile and a bit more quality. You can't have them playing hoof-it-long football. On that same note, you've got fullbacks gunning forward and a shaky centre-back partnership. We switched centre-backs so many times. So, it was definitely a transitional period. I think the key to this season is to go in solid. Everyone knows their job. The chances that you're going to move from your position are small. Partnerships will be founded. A togetherness around the club. That's one thing you look. Ipswich, Hull, definitely, which is why I'm surprised I got rid of Liam Rossini. Them two teams stand out to me as the players always look like a unit, a compacted unit. You always look good. I suppose you could throw Plymouth in there. Their manager's done really well there. But yeah, mate, we'll put Plymouth in there. Plymouth are like a togetherness type of team. And I know that's not really something tangible that you can explain, but you just know when you watch them. You know, sometimes communication isn't needed when the jelly's there. Do you know what I mean? That seems to be the common component. Yeah, teams like Portsmouth, maybe you could throw in that category, but they haven't come up in the Championship, so it's hard for me to judge them. They're certainly a big club. I don't know how much money they've spent, but since they got rid of Jacket, is it Jacket? Let's say Jacket. Since they got rid of him, it's been, not happy days really, and essentially they're coming up. Big positive to League One in terms of recruitment is we have got Junior Dixon and Ramal Donovan just, edging at the bit to get in that team. Do you know what I mean? I can imagine what Junior Dixon could do in League One. I haven't seen much of him. I've seen clips, obviously, but to get him out there, you've got a free striker and one that looks like he has a lot of potential. I would personally like to see him quite consistently in the starting 11. And I don't mean running socks off, play him every week. Managing minutes for youngsters is so important. And I think that's probably the big difference, just looking up into English football, is the difference between Saka and Foden. That they get compared a lot. The problem is Foden doesn't play every game as Saka does. And I think Saka's quality suffers a great deal because of it. He never gets a rest, he doesn't sit down. They pin all their hopes in it. And while he is a great player, there's no minute management with him. Whereas Foden, you think he could have been starting 5 years ago, but he never did. Even up to 3 years ago, he was still trying to get into that first team. And I think that's Pep's just managing the minutes, making sure he don't blow himself out at an early age. I think Tony Mowbray would have the experience to do that with some of our younger fellas. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on some of the issues I've discussed so far. Yeah, and another thing that I wanted to mention as well, I don't know if anyone's seen, Huddersfield have dropped their season ticket prices, I believe, to £250. I did double check to see if that was right, and it said it was. I can't see us going down to £250, but if we did, that's unbelievable. I don't know if that's just for home. I doubt it's for home and away. Away is usually a little bit more. But £250 a season ticket, I'm not going to lie. If that's how you want to fill a stadium, that's how you fill a stadium. Do you know what I mean? Especially if you're planning on building a 60,000 seat stadium like they say. Getting that kind of rapport with that fans again, a regular basis back into the stadium and selling out St Andrews as much as possible will definitely give you a head start on a 60,000 seater. I still don't know how that's going to be done in terms of filling it. I understand back in the 1950s or whatever, back when no one gave a shit about health and safety, they were just putting 80 odd, 90, 100,000 people into whatever. They just had one big open kind of planned stadium. In the modern day, I don't know how it's going to work. I definitely think there's enough fans out there, 100%, enough Birmingham City fans that will show up. It's just as they say, and Tom Wagner always addresses it as providing a product on the pitch. I think if that product is Premier League football that he's talking about, you will fill a 60,000 seater stadium. If you can fill one in League One and the Championship, that's unbelievable, but hopefully we're long gone by then. Just give me your thoughts on that. What would your hopes for season ticket prices be? I thought they were quite fair last season, but I can see them getting quite a bit of stick if they move them up again. Let me know how you feel about season ticket prices. Are you a season ticket holder? Would you consider getting one in League One, given that it might be cheaper? Are you excited doing a few new away days? Just let me know. There's just a lot of questions around this new adventure that the clubs are, and it'd be great to get some feedback from you guys. And let me know what you thought about the things I said. Do you think Tony Mowbray is coming back as a manager? I'd love to see. I think he's perfect. I love him. My dad's a massive fan of him. So yeah. Let us know what you think, guys. Thanks for joining in. I know it was a short one today, but it was just to get that kind of bit of research out to us. Take it easy. I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe as well, man. It helps grow the channel, and I really appreciate all the positive comments. There's been quite a lot of them, and it's just nice to to have that level of positivity in the comment section. But again, thank you all for dropping by, man. Take it easy. I'll see you soon.